So. Hi cuties! I might have a little bit of a cold right now. Damn you, winter! Winter has clearly come and I hate it. But we're not going to talk about how much I hate winter because, I mean, you can just read my Facebook statuses every 10 minutes. So today, what are we going to talk about? Today is a list day! Ever since I was a young little thing, I have loved making lists. I don't know why I liked making lists, I just would make lists of everything. I liked categorizing things. And I've really never stopped making lists. So what's today's list, you ask? Today's list is the top 9 things that's rude to do in Japan. It's 9 because I couldn't think of a 10th. Now these are not in any particular order because I didn't have the time. So number 1 is what I did at the beginning of the video. That. Now you can blow your nose in Japan, you just have to do it in private. Blowing your nose in public will earn you a good amount of stares and glares. And I find this is something really hard to get over for me because currently with my whole weird nose situation right now, I just pick up a tissue in the staff room and blow my nose. I don't think it's that loud, I try to be a little bit quieter about it, but I still think I get stares from teachers. I just try not to look in case they are, because if I can't see them glaring at me, then they're clearly not glaring at me. Yeah. Number 2! Chewing gum in public is very bad, or so my supervisor told me when I was asking her about it today. Now again, you can chew gum in private all you want, but in public, I guess it's considered rude. Way back in the day, we had this different music teacher, and we sat next to each other and we were really good buds. Every so often, she would sneak me a piece of gum and be like, gum, so don't let anybody see her chewing gum. Part of it was because the kids shouldn't know that I have any kinds of snacks and candies, even though, you know, there's omiyage all over our desks all the time. But gum, apparently, is very offensive. I need to get this gum out of my mouth. It's kind of gross. Number 3. Train etiquette. Now the rules differ from which kind of train you're traveling on. If you are on a Shinkansen or an express train, it is okay to eat and drink. But if you're on a normal, regular train, then it's not okay. Number 4 is also on a train. You shouldn't be on your cell phone when you're on a train. Shouldn't be talking on it. Texting and stuff, yeah, everybody does that. But no talkity talk talk. And I know a lot of these might seem like common sense to you, but I've seen too many people breaking these rules. Honestly, while looking over the etiquette for being on just a regular Futsu train, you just should stand there or sit there, not look at anyone, and just keep your head down and don't do anything. Just be still. Number 5. The Hunger Games isn't rude, whistling is. Just wanted to make that clear. I break this rule all the time. I use whistling to get students' attention, actually, and they always look at me like, what the heck are you doing? Now I know that it's rude. But I'm a whistler. I just like to whistle, okay? Let me whistle! So just don't whistle in public. Ever. You can whistle in private. Keep the whistling to yourself. Next up, coughing! Now you can cough in public, that's okay. You can't really prevent yourself from coughing sometimes. But there is a certain way to cough, and I was actually horrified when I learned what the proper way is to cough in Japan. There are 2 ways to cough, and yes, they are gender sensitive. Ladies, you must cough like so. 2 hands in front of your mouth. Like that. None of this. I think that's rude too here, but don't quote me on it. And manly men, you get to cough with a fist, because you're a man. It's on your hand, and that freaks me out. So I'm just not touching anyone, ever. There's a reason I carry a bottle of hand sanitizer in my bag. Number 7, more on eating. You are not supposed to eat while you walk. Because a lot of the time when you're eating while you're walking, it's in a wrapper or something and you finish it and you just toss the wrapper, and Japan's all about the being cleanly and stuff. But the deep down reason is that you should respect the food. Respect it. You should take the time to sit down and enjoy whatever onigiri you just bought at the 7-Eleven. Number 8. Chopstick etiquette. There are several things that you should never do with your chopsticks. Number 1 is point at people with your chopsticks. Pointing in general is rude, but it's worse when it's with chopsticks. So don't do it. Obviously, playing with your chopsticks, like making them taikobachi, is very rude, and I never ever do that. Ever. But the last one you should never do with chopsticks, I think, is a bit commonly known to foreigners, because this is something I think we hear a lot when we talk about chopsticks. But you should never stick your chopsticks into your food straight up, because that resembles incense being offered to the dead. So unless you look like this, don't put your chopsticks upright in your food. And last but not least, number 9, calling people by their first name. If you're calling someone by their first name here, that means you are super close. And by super close, I mean super close. Even siblings do not call each other by their actual name unless an older sibling is addressing a younger sibling. But in general, you wouldn't call them by their first name. You'd call them One-san or Oni-san or Aniki, which is what I call my older sister. And yes, I know it's an older brother thing, but it's a Prince of Tennis thing that you wouldn't understand, or maybe you would if you watched Prince of Tennis and understood the Fuji brothers, and it's a thing, okay? But for example, with my coworkers, I cannot call them by their first name. I have to address them as Dada Sensei. So just a note, if you want to address anyone here, don't use their first name unless you're super close. Use their last name and Sensei or San or Kun or Chan. But there you have it! The top 9 things that are considered highly rude in Japan! I hope you all enjoyed the top 9 list. Can you think of the last one that would make it a top 10? Put it in the comments below or on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and VU. And also don't forget to put in the comments what you want to learn in Japanese and what advice you would like for the Q-tips video. I'm not sure when they're going to come up because we're getting close to Project for Awesome. So cuties, I will see you all on Sunday. Bye! Today's list is, that was, I don't, yeah. Ow! That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Oh, that's not a good flavor. What is this? I thought it was like berries. Oh, it's sparkling, that's why. It's the washer. Because a lot of the time the habit you have while you're ironing, like say while you're ironing, what?